Alright, so today we are on No Hesi, and we have one goal in mind, and that's to get recertified. The reason I'm saying we need to get recertified today, that's because this morning in the Discord, one of the No Hesi mods stated this. Hey everyone, the new point system that we are testing exclusively with tier 3 members is now available for everyone on most servers. This comes with a unified leaderboard and also introduces more data about your best run. You are now able to grind points again as we prepare to introduce the new top 500 certified system in the upcoming days. Aim for the top and enjoy. With that being said, they also reset everybody's points. So today our goal is to get 4 million points again. Along with me getting to at least 4 million points this episode, I'm also going to give you guys some pointers so you guys can also get certified, because when it boils down to it, it's really not too difficult. It's all just being cautious, taking your time, and not making unreasonable cuts. So there is actually a few things you should do before you try to get your certified lap. The first thing is definitely turn down most of your graphics and other settings, because No Hesi is known for being very taxing on your computer. So once your settings are dialed to where you can at least drive reasonably without having any lag, you're then going to want to take a good car that you know well and handles good, so you're not making things too difficult on yourself. So for me, I'm using the BMW M4 F82 Beamer plug, which as right now in the No Hesi lineup is probably my favorite car to use. And so once you got your car picked out and your settings are all correct, what I like to do is I like to teleport to another area so you're not constantly bugged by other racers like this Porsche, who I'm telling you is going to be crashing into you at some point or riding the shoulder 100 miles faster than you. You go into the chat over here and go over here to the extras and go teleport to, and you're gonna go 3 lanes southbound, any position, it doesn't matter. All the positions are basically right next to each other, so it doesn't matter which one you choose. And so all this does is put you at the end of the 3-lane highway that you spawn at, but it puts you on the other side where not as many racers are gonna be. So you have the road kind of open to your whole self. And so now it really just boils down to getting enough points, not crashing, and keeping the multiplier alive. And right now, I've kind of found a strat that works perfect for me, and it's very easy to get points without having to crash or risk anything too much. So there's a few tips I should give you guys before I get into the actual strat. The first one is if you're just going for your certified run, don't do any unnecessary cuts, and honestly, don't go that fast. It doesn't take that much speed to keep the multiplier, and going faster is just going to make you mess up more. What I found for this car is staying between 4th and 5th gear and sometimes dropping into 6th when I can is the sweet spot for this. What the hell happened to that truck? Another thing to note is get familiar with your spatial awareness, because what you really want to do is kind of cut close to every car so it doubles the normal multiplier that you would get. Right now I'm overtaking and getting around 2,000 points. Oh, wait a minute. I was not paying attention. Look, that's another tip to say is don't be looking at your points the whole time. That's something I learned from Dirt Rally, is I turned off all the HUD options, and it really made me focus on the track more and focus to my calls more. So that's another thing, is try not to look at your points too much while you're on your run. You'll know if you get certified just by if it's a great run and you've been going for a while without crashing. Of course, if you have a straightaway, you could always take a glance at your points just to give you an accurate assessment on where you may be at, but constantly checking your points will probably cause you to crash. Take that from somebody who's crashed a ton doing that exact same thing. And so as I was saying before I almost crashed, you want to be cutting close to these cars. So normally when you overtake going at reasonable speed, you'll get around 2x your multiplier, but when you get a close cut like that one was, you'll get an in there or a dive, something like that, and you'll get a better multiplier that'll help you so much in the long run. Alright, so now we can talk about my strat. I don't know if you guys really noticed so far, but I'm kind of sticking to these right 2 lanes, and there's a reason for that. So the way that No Hesi's AI cars work is that these 2 right lanes are going basically the exact same speed. I honestly think there is no difference in those 2 lanes. So if you see a cut that's open, you're gonna be able to take that no matter what. This left lane, however, I can't remember if it's slower or faster, but there is a speed difference between the leftmost lane and the middle lane. So at times you might see a cut that's open, but other times it'll close up before you even get there. So sticking between these 2 lanes works amazing for me. After a little bit, it gets to be very repetitive cuts that you can do over and over and over again, which is great for a certified run. And you never have to worry about a cut not being able to be taken, except for situations like that. Of course, when I say that, something shows up, but when you're gonna have something like a toll booth or an off-ramp, sometimes the right lane and the middle lane will meet up and you won't be able to get a cut by. But other than that, there'll always be a pathway open for you in these 2 lanes. So see, I'm also not even going past 4th gear these times, because it's honestly all about just keeping your calm and not crashing. That's really your main focus on these certified runs, is just don't crash. You can worry about getting fast and cool laps that you can post on YouTube or Instagram another time, but if you just want to get certified, this is a great way to do that. So if you can see, I am dipping over into the 3rd lane sometimes. That's just because my mind either wants to, or I might even get more points. So you get points, of course, by passing cars. So sometimes if I see that there's more cars in the right lane or in the left lane, if I'm going for a certified run, I might stick over to that lane just a little bit more so I can get some more points. Because it is possible to fully get the 4 million points before it turns to 2 lanes, but once it turns to 2 lanes like here it is now, it does get a lot harder. So we're at 3.5 million. Oh, this actually isn't even 2 lanes. Let's see if we can keep it alive. There we go. So now we're onto the 2 lanes. So it is possible to get it before you get onto the 2 lanes, but sometimes it's not. So that honestly all depends on how many cars you pass, or if you pass them close enough. So when you're in the 2 lane highways, you're utilizing those 2 lanes that I was talking about earlier, where one is faster than the other. So you're not always going to have an open cut, as the left lane is traveling a little slower than the right lane. So stuff like this, where I need to keep my speed up and wait for the right lane to get a little faster so I can pass. A little tedious, and here I have to squeeze fast and fast. And there we go, I'm already at 4 million actually, now that I look at it. So that's the strat with the 2 lanes. You kind of see right here, I'm braking a little bit more because I want to keep my speed up so I don't lose my points, and now I can take the cut. Oh, this doesn't look good, guys. This doesn't look good. Ah, there we go, yep. So there's a couple ways to kind of get more points. You want to go a little faster, then also get a little closer to some more cars. In the new update, it really does seem like you do got to get pretty close to these cars to get that double multiplier. But if you're using the strat that I'm doing, you kind of can find that sweet spot of just laying in between the 2 lanes and just going side to side. I did forget to mention at the beginning of this video that you should be on a heavy traffic server and not one of the light traffic servers, just because you'll get more cars and more points with the heavy traffic. It might be a little harder at first if you're used to the light traffic, but all this is going to do is just make you a better driver. Oh god, make you a better driver, and of course you'll be getting more points at the end of the day. I do really love how Hesi keeps putting out consistently good updates. It is really great to see that in a game I love so much. Of course I tapped there. I guess actually now that we got certified, we can kind of cut up with some people, so let's go try to do that. Also, doing those certified runs kind of helps you learn the layout of how the AI works. That's why you don't go on the main road when you're trying to do the certified. Damn, that guy's clean with it. Alright, don't be like that guy that just uses the shoulder the whole time. Yep, that's exactly why you don't be like that guy. Alright, so I think that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this server, I'll have the server link, the Discord, and all the mods down in the description below. So if you wanted to play it for yourself, you could just join right from there. So thanks again, guys, and yeah, it's been sent.